Hey, Viltrox here, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to tell you a short story of how I ruined my Fujifilm X100T, and that should be a lesson for everyone. I am not trying to dread this to a point where I'm becoming depressed, because I already am. I love this camera, and I made a mistake. I know it's my fault, and that won't change. So what happened? Well, short story long, I had the camera on the table just like this, and you can probably realize I already have a new desk that makes all kinds of sounds, and I was trying to fix that, and I almost did, but having it on the table and moving it around up and down, I knocked this beautiful camera off, and it was on this tripod the way it is right now, and it fell off the table, and well, it went to pieces. Not everything, but most of it, or the most important parts. So what happened is I used to use that little soft shutter button right here. You probably saw it in my videos, and that's a great thing because it helps us with these recessed buttons to you know, half press the button easier and take photos faster, and so on and so forth. And they look good, let's be honest. We don't really need that, but they look good on the cameras, and Fujifilm gives us this old school threaded shutter button, and that's maybe because of that we're pushed to buy those beautiful accessories. And I had that on, and when camera fell off this way with the tripod, and it fell right on the vinyl flooring. And this piece right here that includes the on-off switch and the shutter button, or the top part of the shutter mechanism, basically flew off, and I couldn't fix it. So I wanted to have it fix it, and I got a few quotes that were around $400, $500. The only one that I got was around $350, the cheapest, and I didn't want to pay that much because I paid $500 for this camera, and as much as I love this camera and as much as I want to have it around to shoot with, I didn't want to pay that much. So I tried to fix it myself, and I did somehow. I am not very technical when it comes to mechanisms. I'm not an engineer, but I do know some things, and I realized that the shutter release still works. You can hear the two steps, the autofocus and then the press, and it works well. Now I used super glue and stuck all the components that I found on the floor, and put them together, and because I couldn't make it stay on top of the plate, I needed to super glue everything, and I did, and now I can't turn the camera on and off. This is stuck here forever on the on position, and it actually works. I only need to put the battery in, and it's gonna turn on, but not automatically. So I put the battery in, and you can tell the camera is not on, but if I'm pressing the shutter button, it's on. So I found a way to still use this camera. Now there are other issues with it, and I kind of hate it, but I'm not sure if you can tell, the screen is flickering. Maybe if I'm putting it like this, you will be able to see there is a constant flicker on the back screen. It is kind of weird. The EVF looks pretty good. There is no flicker, no nothing, and I love that because I'm using to shoot this camera using the EVF, and this is The first photo I took after I repaired it, it's my wife's face when she found out that I ruined my camera. The lesson that you have to, or not have to, but you should take out of it is that these accessories that we're buying can be beneficial, and they also can be dangerous for our cameras. And I'm not talking about shutter release button. Like I said, it's my fault. It's not that that shutter release was the culprit. The culprit was me, and I should have known better to keep my camera on this small tripod on the side of the table when I was moving up the desk, and that's it. But all these accessories can damage your camera, and I've seen people using grips like I do, the cold grips, and ruining their tripod mount right here because they're tightening it too fast, or because the camera falls down in an angle that moves this thread right here and bends it, and that will ruin the camera and your chance to resell it if you want to. Also, people who are using the thumb grip, and as well as my situation with the shutter button, the thumb grip hits the ground when the camera falls and it breaks the shoe, the hot shoe on top of the camera. So be very careful when you're using these kind of accessories, and be very careful how you're maneuvering these cameras. I am stunned and impressed by this little boy who basically took a 4 feet fall and it's still working, though it does have a few quirks, but it's still working and it's still usable, and thank God for that. I love it and I don't want to change it. I will probably look for another one soon and have, because I do love the X-Trans 2 sensor. But again, be very careful what you're using on your camera, and I don't want to keep you long. This is more like an depressed video, because it's not nice to drop our cameras and ruin them, but it is what it is. Life goes on, and this is not the most important thing in our lives. Health is, and family, and shooting photos, and I can still shoot photos with it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys won't have to get through stuff like this year, and protect your cameras as much as you can. If it happens, it happens. Maybe an upgrade was due, and maybe it was for me as well. Who knows? Nonetheless, I love this camera, and I love you guys. Thank you again for being here. Stay focused, my friends, and I will definitely see you in a bit.